So King Richard was directed by Ronaldo Marcus Green. It stars Will Smith, Aunjanue Ellis, John Bernthal, Tony Goldwyn, and it's about kind of the life of Richard Williams, the father of Venus and Serena Williams, and how he basically planned out the careers of his children to kind of be better than him, and it kind of leads to Venus Williams being this tennis pro and such. And that's basically the movie. So I don't know. I was really looking forward to this movie. I don't know. The trailer didn't really excite me too much, to be honest. I didn't know where it would land with a bunch of the other Will Smith Oscar bait movies because like there's either movies like Ali and The Pursuit of Happiness where he was really good, and then there's movies like Collateral Beauty which was just a disaster. So I was wondering, would this movie be an Oscar bait movie, like his awards contender, like the one where that's finally his shot? And yeah, it actually is. It's actually a really good movie. The trailers do not sell the fact that how good this movie is. This movie is really good. I'm upset that most people haven't seen it, but oh well. So what works in this movie? Mainly, it's a performance-driven movie. I really like the performances of Will Smith, Aunjanue Ellis. A lot of people are actually really good. Let's start with Will Smith. He's really good. He portrays like basically a lot of these sides of Richard Williams that most biopics probably wouldn't even touch. So I feel like for the most part he does that role really well. He does make him sympathetic, but not just absolutely perfect. He just makes him a human being at least, and he's really good in this performance. It's one of his best performances in years. Aunjanue Ellis, I thought she was really good too as Will Smith's wife. I thought she was really good as this kind of a supportive figure who kind of calls out Richard on his bullshit and still she wants the best for her daughters too, but not in the ways that Richard Williams wants them. And other performances in this movie are really good. John Bernthal as a trainer of Venus and Serena Williams. He's really good. I liked his character. Also, the actresses who played the Williams sisters. By the way, the Williams sisters, I think, were consultants on this movie or were executive producers. But the actresses who played their daughters, I'm going to mispronounce some of these names, Demi Singleton and Sanaya Sidney. I probably mispronounced that. But they were both really good. They were really likable throughout this movie. Again, it's mostly a performance-driven movie, and good thing that their performances are so good throughout the entire movie that, you can at least enjoy it. Also, it doesn't really sugarcoat a lot of things. I feel like a lot of movies, like a lot of biopics, kind of gloss over some things that wouldn't normally be addressed. And I'm glad that this movie doesn't really sugarcoat things. It kind of just shows really horrible things that happen, in the town where they live. Shows horrible things that they do throughout this movie, and it's honestly kind of a honest portrayal of parenting and such. I think it works that way. And again, I feel like this movie could have easily just been like a sugar-coated movie where everyone's perfect, no problems, and I just feel like no, that's not real life. That's not really what happened. And also I'm kind of like, I have a lot of issues with movies that are inspired by true events or based on true events. I'm going to talk about House of Gucci later, but I kind of get in there and I just feel like, if someone's life is so important that you want to make a movie about it, why would you change things? And I'm kind of glad that King Richard just does not, I don't know, I don't want to say change anything, but it just doesn't say, life was a fairy tale. You'll see they watch Cinderella in this movie. I'm glad that they don't do that. What are some issues? Well, the movie's a bit too long. The movie is almost 2.5 hours long. This movie could have cut down maybe 25 minutes, but at the same time, like, I don't know where they would have cut it. Also, I didn't really care because, like, in the trailer, they mentioned that it's about Serena and Venus's dad, but if you see the movie, you'll know that it's mostly about Venus getting a chance. Serena doesn't really get a chance in this movie, unfortunately. Also, like the rest of their siblings, they don't really get much of a shot to really perform either. They're they're okay. Like you really believe them as a family, but I kind of wish there was a little bit more about them because a lot of their character is mostly just exposition, like saying, "Oh, this is this person," and "Oh, this is this person." Other than that, I still think this is a very well acted movie for the most part. It doesn't sugarcoat things. It doesn't sugarcoat it in the way it's like, oh, it's like shows everything as being amazing and just fine and fancy free or whatever, but it really isn't, and I'm really glad. Will Smith is great, Aunjanue Ellis is great, the actresses playing the daughters are great. I just wish it was a bit shorter, which, I don't know, that sounds like a weird complaint I've been having, because, like, if I think the movie's really good, why wouldn't I want it to continue? I don't know. But I just feel like it could have been a little bit shorter. And also, I wish there was a little bit more focus on Serena, not just Venus. But, oh well, I guess, maybe that's what you could have done with that extra time. But overall, I'll give King Richard 3 out of 4 stars. See it? So, what's your favorite Will Smith movie? Comment down below, subscribe to the channel. This is Pat, and stay safe.